Hey, this G Butterfly, I don't know what happened. I was taping my Married to Medicine review and my camera just went out. You know, the last time that happened, I was running out of memory, so I probably need to talk real fast in case it happens again. Now, I'm behind on the episode, so I'm going to put 1 and 2 together, and then moving forward, I'll pick up on number 3. Well, episode 1, it started off with Jackie and Simone riding together. They're friends again. That's a good thing. They have been friends for many, many years, and for whatever reason, they fell off. In my opinion, I think it was kind of Simone's fault. She didn't like the fact that, in my opinion, she didn't like the fact that Jackie was moving on with a friendship with Heavenly. And for whatever reason, her and Heavenly just didn't see eye to eye. They met up at the house with Curtis and Cecil, who were looking at a 1962 Turismo car. And they said that they were getting ready to leave. They was going to get some wings. Simone said that's cold for they going to a strip club. Now, Heavenly and Alora were talking about Alora's availability to work at the Heavenly beauty supply store, which she opened for her daughter. And Alora's getting ready to go back to school, so Heavenly wanted to know, what availability will you have? She said, I'll be able to work from 12 to 8 on the weekends. And Heavenly said that the beauty business is a multi-million-dollar business, so she wanted to get in on it. She said it's really not for her. She just wanted something that her daughter was interested in and that she could start teaching her daughter about business, which I thought was a great thing. Now, Quar goes over to visit Heavenly, and she's joking with Alora about her upcoming driving lesson. Quar says that her dad is going to give her the lessons because Heavenly will get on her nerves. And she also said that she was pretty much saying she was blessed because her parents gave her a Range Rover for her 16th birthday. And Quar was saying, my daddy gave me a Corolla. So they all kind of joked about that. So Damon came in and he and Alora left hand in hand. You can tell that he really loves his daughter. He loves his family based on what we can see on TV. You can tell Damon loves his family, which is a beautiful thing because we all know that Heavenly loves daddy. So Quad asked Heavenly about Contessa. Heavenly said after the New York reunion, she really hadn't talked to Contessa. She said for whatever reason, Contessa just cut her off cold turkey. She don't know why. And it really bothered her. So she wanted to know why. But at this point, she said, I don't think she's reaching out to try to find out why. And she said the separation between her and Contessa really hurts because she said she felt like that was her genuine friend. The scene switches over to one of Heavenly's YouTube videos where she's talking about Contessa's situation with her husband, Scott. That's his name, Scott. And she was asking her people in her chat on her YouTube channel if they thought that Scott was mentally and verbally abusive to Contessa. Now, she never said that he was. She was just engaging with her chat and asking them, did they think that he was? So they were showing that Contessa said that she really didn't like that. She felt like if Heavenly was really her friend, she would have never did that. Quar said that she had begun the renovations on her house because she had recently bought a new home. Heavenly was asking her, if she have a man. And she was like, no. She was saying she didn't want to take any money from a man for the renovations of her house because she didn't want any man to feel like he had any type of authority over her when it came to her house. And so Heavenly was telling her it's okay to take money from a man. Contessa was in her yard with like a trainer. They were in her driveway, but I couldn't figure out, was she in the front driveway or maybe her house is so big it just looked like they pulled off the street? Maybe it's the side of the house. I don't know. But she was working out. So the guy was telling her, okay, I need you to go inside and put on a bathing suit and some high heels. Well, when they said that, you really could not tell what angle he was coming from. But we soon found out that Contessa is going to be competing in like a bodybuilding contest. And he said he needed to see her in her heels and her bathing suit so he can see what he really had to work with so that he can get her ready for her competition. Well, at the same time, Scott was driving up with the kids, and the kids were in the car. Was like, who's that man out there with my mommy? So I thought that was kind of cute. One of the girls got out and started running. And so Scott walked up and was talking to Contessa and talking to the guy about the upcoming competition. And she and Scott had said in the confessional that after the reunion, she had served him with divorce papers, but he said no, he didn't want to get a divorce. He was open to going to counseling, and they both said that counseling has really worked for them, and they still fight. They just fight fair. I'm like, I guess everybody different, but all that fighting and fussing and all, that's a 0 for me. But they say they fight fair, so hey, you do what you do. Now, this is something she said that I found interesting. She said, Contessa said that she's going to enter a fitness competition. She said she wanted her pageant body back. Because she said previously she was in different beauty pageants. And she wanted her pageant body back. Now, she said, I'm not saying I want the body because I'm single and ready to mingle. I'm just saying. Now, I thought that was an interesting phrase for a married woman to say who's working on her relationship with her husband, who's on the brink of divorce. She said, I'm not saying I want the body because I'm single and ready to mingle. I said, okay, we're going to see what's going to come of that later on. But all right, Contessa, do your thing, girl. Rainbow colored dolls. When them little puppies was walking around Quad House, they had all kind of rainbow colors. So I thought it was cute. And I'm not even an animal person, but I thought the little dolls was cute. Now, Mason is her nephew. And a few seasons ago, we met Mason when he was a cute little chubby-cheeked little boy. Well, everyone knows, or maybe you didn't know, that Quad's brother unexpectedly died from a heart condition, and that was Mason's father. Well, now Quad has custody of Mason, and Mason is 6 years old and so cute. Well, Mason was getting ready for school, and Quad was cooking him some breakfast, and her mom actually lives with her also. Excuse me. Well, Quad said that the teacher called and said that Mason was not as focused in school as he should be, and she was like, was anything wrong? And he said that, oh, it makes me get full just thinking about it. And he said, because I'm thinking about my dad. When I tell you that tugged at my heartstrings and tears started rolling down my eyes. You see, now I had to touch my chest because it made me get full just thinking about it. And he was saying that he missed his dad. And so his mom, his grandmother rather, she started crying. And I can understand it. I'm a mom. I have 2 sons. So I can only imagine how I would feel if I lost this child, especially unexpectedly. Lose him at all. And so Quad was trying to comfort Mason, and Mason was just crying. And then she went and comforted her mother, who was, visibly upset about losing her son. So Quad just told him, you know what, we're gonna work on it together. We're gonna all be strong for each other. Like I say, the first episode didn't do too much for me. Now Anila, I liked Anila from the first. I think she's been on 2 seasons so far. Anila and her husband finally got their house finished, and she said that first the budget was 1.5 million. Then the budget increased to 2.2 million, and they finished the home at 2.5 million. Now the house is beautiful. Everything from what I could see, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now her parents were there, and her parents were there last season. They were coming visit, and you can see the little tension with her parents and the husband. The husband had strong opinions about her parents, but they seem to be a traditional Indian family. Now they had a Hindu priest come over, and he was chanting, and the producer asked Anila, what type of prayer was he praying? She said, I don't know, I'm from America. And I thought that was kind of funny. But the priest was there to bless their home. And this is something that's done in their culture. And a live cow was brought in the house. And let me see it, because I wrote this down. The cow represents a pet to one of the gods in the Indian culture. They walked the cow through the house, and he pooped on her floor. And they just left, and I'm like, who gonna clean that up? That looks nasty. They just left the shit just sitting there on the floor, and it looked like it could have been between the kitchen and dining room. So I was like, that was nasty. Toya's dream home with the scriptures and the beams, they sold it. And she was saying that was her dream home, but they sold it. Now, there's been a lot of speculation what happened regarding the sale of that house, but we shall soon see. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video right here, and I'm gonna pick up on the next video. All right, stay tuned. I'm coming back with part 2.